Confucius' profound teachings, a guide to life and society. Confucius left behind many profound philosophies that not only serve as a moral compass for individuals, but also contribute to building the foundation of an ideal society. His teachings, recorded in the Analects, have become a guiding light for generations. His philosophy emphasizes benevolence, ren, righteousness, yai, propriety, li, loyalty, zhong, and continuous learning to cultivate oneself towards self-improvement. Below are some of Confucius's most famous quotes, accompanied by reflections to help us better understand the wisdom of this great sage. Each saying carries not only deep philosophical value, but also practical applications in modern life. Let's listen together. 1. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. Confucius emphasized the importance of both learning and thinking. If we only absorb knowledge passively without reflection, we become confused and fail to grasp deeper meanings. Conversely, if we only think without a solid foundation of knowledge, we risk falling into baseless and misguided reasoning. 2. To know what you know and to know what you do not know, that is true knowledge. This is a lesson on humility in learning and life. Acknowledging one's lack of understanding is not a weakness, but a sign of wisdom. Only when we recognize our ignorance can we truly learn and improve. 3. If others do not understand me and I do not get upset, am I not a noble man? Confucius taught that a virtuous person does not seek recognition or validation from others. True value lies in self-cultivation, not in being understood or praised by others. 4. When 3 people walk together, at least one of them is my teacher. This saying highlights the spirit of lifelong learning. In any situation, we can find valuable lessons from those around us, whether they are more or less skilled than us in a particular area. 5. Repay resentment with justice, and repay virtue with virtue. Confucius did not encourage revenge or harboring grudges. Instead, he valued fairness, treating those who harm us with justice, without being consumed by hatred, and repaying kindness with gratitude and virtue. 6. The noble man blames himself. The petty man blames others. A virtuous person always reflects on their own actions and seeks self-improvement rather than blaming circumstances or others. In contrast, a petty person makes excuses and criticizes others without making an effort to change themselves. 7. Do not worry that others do not understand you. Worry that you do not understand them. This saying encourages us to broaden our perspective and cultivate empathy instead of solely desiring to be understood. It is a crucial principle in communication and leadership. 8. The noble man demands of himself, the petty man demands of others. A wise and moral person constantly examines themselves and strives for self-betterment, while a petty person focuses on blaming and expecting others to change instead of improving themselves. 9. A man without credibility will accomplish nothing in the world. Confucius highly valued integrity because trust is the foundation of relationships and society. No matter how talented a person is, if they lack credibility, success and respect from others will be difficult to attain. 10. Do not resent heaven or blame others. A noble man learns the way and cultivates himself. This is a core belief of Confucius regarding self-reliance and personal responsibility. Instead of blaming fate or others, a noble person focuses on self-improvement, education, and moral cultivation to rise in life. Before continuing, we invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. If you find this program valuable, please support our channel by sharing it to spread its wisdom to those around you. Wishing you meaningful moments of reflection. 11th, before acting, consider the consequences. This quote advises foresight and careful consideration before making decisions to avoid impulsive choices that could lead to unwanted outcomes. Those who anticipate the future wisely are more likely to succeed and avoid mistakes. 12th, do not judge a person solely by their words. Observe their actions. Confucius reminded us that people should not be evaluated based only on their speech. Actions reveal a person's true character more than flowery words. 13. A noble man worries about his lack of virtue, not about being unrecognized by others. This saying emphasizes self-cultivation. A true gentleman focuses on improving his morals and abilities rather than seeking external validation. 14. When angry, do nothing. When happy, make no promises. This is a profound lesson on emotional control. In anger, people often make rash decisions, while excessive joy can lead to making promises they cannot keep. 15. Silence is a faithful friend to the wise. Confucius valued composure and the ability to listen. A wise person does not speak excessively, but knows when to remain silent to observe, reflect, and act at the right time. 16. The way of a person is to be honest with oneself. Sincerity and honesty are not just about how we treat others, but also how we live with ourselves. A person who is always deceitful will never find inner peace. 17. See good, follow it. See evil, avoid it. This is a fundamental principle in cultivating one's character. Constantly learning from goodness and avoiding negativity will lead to personal growth and development. 18. Do not remember the good you have done for others, but never forget the kindness received. A person of virtue does not boast about their good deeds, but always cherishes and appreciates the kindness shown by others. This mindset fosters gratitude and builds meaningful relationships. 19. Perseverance and patience lead to success. Confucius emphasized that no achievement comes without persistent effort. Those who do not give up in the face of difficulties will eventually reap rewards. 20. He who knows contentment is the richest. Wealth is not measured by material possessions, but by one's mindset. Those who feel content with what they have will live a happier life than those constantly chasing endless desires. 21st. Do not expect others to conform to you. Instead, adjust yourself to live in harmony with them. Rather than trying to change others to fit our expectations, Confucius advised us to adapt and create harmony in relationships. This is an essential principle for living peacefully and achieving success in society. 22. Spend time improving yourself instead of judging others. A wise person does not waste time criticizing or condemning others, but focuses on self-development and personal growth. The more we engage in self-improvement, the less we are drawn into negativity. 23. When you realize you know nothing, that is when true learning begins. Knowledge is infinite, and a wise person is always aware of their limitations. Only when we acknowledge our shortcomings can we open ourselves to learning new things and growing every day. 24. Only those who are truly courageous dare to face their own mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but not everyone has the courage to admit and correct them. A virtuous person does not run away from their faults, but sees them as opportunities for self-improvement. 25. Focus on bettering yourself before trying to change the world. A person cannot positively influence others if they are not good themselves. Confucius taught that before attempting to change society or others, we must first start with ourselves and strive to become better each day. 26. A virtuous person is never truly alone, for they are surrounded by good people. Those who live sincerely, kindly, and ethically naturally attract like-minded individuals, forming meaningful and lasting relationships. 27th. To know a person's future, look at their habits today. Success or failure is largely determined by daily habits. If we cultivate good habits, our future will be bright. Conversely, if we live recklessly, negative consequences will be inevitable. 28. If you constantly look for faults in others, you will never see your own mistakes. People often notice the flaws in others more easily than in themselves. Confucius reminds us to engage in self-reflection because true growth comes from focusing on improving ourselves. 29th. Do what is right even when no one is watching. True morality is not about outward appearances, but how we act when no one is observing. A person of integrity remains righteous in all circumstances. 30. Words reflect the soul, actions reveal character. What we say reflects our inner thoughts, but our actions truly define who we are. To understand someone, observe their actions rather than just listening to their words. Dear viewers, if you have listened this far, I believe this program has provided you with valuable insights. Before we continue, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please share your comments below. If you find this program meaningful, don't hesitate to share it to support our channel and spread these values to those around you. Wishing you all a truly inspiring listening experience. 31. Do not wait until you are thirsty to dig a well. This saying reminds us to prepare for the future in advance. Don't wait until difficulties arise to start looking for solutions. In work, life, and finances, foresight helps us avoid unnecessary risks. 32nd. Small actions in life can lead to great changes. A small habit or a repeated positive action can create significant transformation over time. If we improve just a little each day, we will eventually achieve great things. 33rd. Do not waste time on things that bring no value. Time is the most precious asset because once it is gone, we can never get it back. Use time wisely for meaningful pursuits rather than wasting it on trivial matters. 34. Choose your friends wisely, for they can either lift you up or pull you down. Our relationships have a major influence on our mindset and life. Surrounding ourselves with intelligent and ethical people helps us grow, while negative associations can lead us astray. 35. True strength lies in self-control. Strength is not just physical, but also the ability to control emotions, desires, and actions. Only those who can master themselves can truly master their lives. 36. Knowledge is useless if it is not applied in real life. Learning without practice is meaningless. Confucius taught that theory must be accompanied by action. Only through application do we truly understand and master what we have learned. 37. A kind word can warm a person's heart for an entire winter. Words have immense power. They can either uplift and comfort or hurt and destroy. Choose words carefully and use them to bring positivity to those around you. 38. There is no path to happiness. Self-cultivation is the path to happiness. Happiness does not come from external circumstances, but from how we live and view life. When we cultivate virtue, practice gratitude, and live with integrity, happiness naturally follows. 39th. A great student is one who asks, learns, and thinks. Confucius emphasized proactive learning. A student should not merely memorize teachings, but actively question, reflect, and explore deeper meanings to fully grasp and apply knowledge. 40. True friendship is one of the most valuable treasures a person can have. Sincere friendships provide support and encouragement during difficult times. Confucius regarded friendship as one of the highest virtues, as it helps people overcome challenges and grow together. 41. A person's true reputation is built on their virtue. Confucius taught that character is the foundation of a lasting reputation. Respect, honesty, and good morals are essential for earning trust and admiration from others. 42nd. Do not let an irreversible day leave you with regret. This reminds us to live fully and not let time slip away meaninglessly. Take every opportunity, live responsibly, and continuously improve yourself so that you won't look back with regret. 43rd. No one can change your life for you. Only you can change yourself. Confucius emphasized self-growth and personal responsibility. We are the only ones who can transform our own lives, and only through our own efforts can we achieve what we desire. 44. If you cannot help others, at least do not harm them. This is a fundamental ethical principle. Always act with a pure heart and consider the well-being of others. If we cannot provide assistance, we should at least refrain from causing harm, allowing peace to prevail for everyone. 45th. Patience is not about waiting, but the ability to act while waiting. Patience does not mean simply sitting and waiting. It is the perseverance to keep taking action, even when results are not immediately visible. True patience is when you continue making efforts despite difficulties and the challenge of not seeing immediate success. 46. Doing your job well is the best way to serve society. Confucius believed that everyone has a responsibility to fulfill their role. If each person does their job well, society will develop and become better. Personal efforts contribute to collective success. 47th. Words must be backed by actions. Only then do they hold true value. Words are easy to say, but actions reveal a person's true nature and worth. Confucius advised that we should not just make promises, but fulfill what we say so that others can trust and respect us. 48. If you seek peace, start from within. Peace is not something that comes from external sources, but is a state of the soul. When our hearts are free from worries and anxieties, we will feel at peace regardless of our circumstances. 49. Nothing is more valuable than health because it is the foundation for everything else. Health is the most precious asset. Without it, success, wealth, or fame become meaningless. Confucius advised people to take care of both body and mind to have the strength to pursue their goals. 50. No one can change the past, but everyone can create the future. Confucius taught that, although the past may contain mistakes or regrets, what matters is the future. Each person has the power to shape their destiny through the decisions and actions they take today. 51st. Success is not just a result. It is a journey. Confucius emphasized the importance of focusing on the process rather than only the final outcome. True success is not a destination, but the experiences, lessons, and growth we gain along the way. 52. The hardest thing is changing yourself, but once you do, everything else becomes easier. Changing oneself is the greatest challenge, but once we succeed, other obstacles in life will become easier to overcome. Confucius encouraged people to bravely face their flaws and continuously strive for self-improvement. 53rd. A noble person's words are like water from a pure spring, clear and refreshing. Confucius believed that a noble person's speech should be honest and sincere, without deception or pretension. A noble person speaks little, but their words carry weight, just like a fresh spring always remains pure. 54th. A virtuous person is naturally loved and respected without seeking approval. Confucius believed that a person with good morals would naturally earn respect and affection without having to seek recognition. Virtue is the foundation for building meaningful and lasting relationships. 55. Do not live seeking perfection. Live striving to improve every day. Perfection is unattainable, but we can make efforts daily to become the best version of ourselves. Confucius advised that instead of being overly harsh on ourselves, we should focus on continuous growth and self-improvement. 56. A noble person does not harm others for personal gain. Confucius emphasized ethics and fairness. A noble person never pursues their own interests at the expense of others. Integrity and respect for justice are the cornerstones of a healthy society. 57. No one can do everything, but everyone can do their best. Confucius encouraged people to recognize their limits and focus on doing their best in what they can control. Rather than taking on too much, One should complete their tasks with dedication and responsibility. 58. To improve, seek those who are more knowledgeable and learn from them. Confucius taught that learning from those who are more skilled is the fastest way to grow. A humble person is willing to seek knowledge from others, and this humility leads to rapid progress. 59. A noble person is not always strict, but must also be understanding and compassionate. While a noble person must uphold principles, they should not always be rigid. Confucius taught that understanding and empathy help build harmonious relationships and inner peace. 60. Do not stumble twice over the same mistake. Confucius emphasized the importance of learning from past mistakes. Failures happen, but we must reflect on them and avoid repeating the same errors. Making mistakes is human, but repeating them is avoidable. 61. Self-reflection is the first step to growth. Looking inward and assessing oneself is essential for development. Everyone should regularly examine their weaknesses and find ways to improve. Only through self-awareness can we progress and mature. 62. Treat others the way you wish to be treated. This is a fundamental moral principle Confucius taught. When you treat others with respect and kindness, you will receive the same in return. This is the key to building strong and harmonious relationships in society. 63. Difficulties are inevitable, but never give up. Confucius emphasized that challenges are an unavoidable part of life. However, we should not give up, but persist through hardships. Only patience and determination lead to success. 64. A person's worth is not measured by status or wealth, but by character and virtue. Confucius taught that integrity and morality define a person's true value. Wealth and fame mean nothing without ethical principles. 65. Work with passion, not for external praise. A noble person does not seek recognition or fame, but dedicates themselves to their work with sincerity and enthusiasm. True fulfillment comes from passion and commitment, not from external validation. 66. Set goals for your life and never give up. Confucius advised that we must have a clear vision and purpose. When you have a goal, you know where you are headed and how to achieve it. Never abandon your dreams because success comes only to those who persevere. 67. A wise person masters their emotions. Emotions are an important part of life, but if left uncontrolled, they can lead to poor decisions. Confucius advised learning to manage emotions, as a clear mind leads to wise choices. 68. Anyone can do good, but consistently doing good is the real challenge. Confucius noted that doing a good deed once is easy, but maintaining goodness throughout life is difficult. True virtue lies in persistence and dedication to doing good. 69. Learning is a lifelong journey. Knowledge has no limits and no end point. Confucius encouraged continuous learning, even from the smallest things. Lifelong learning is the only way to grow and evolve. 70. Calmness is the key to solving all problems. When facing difficulties, maintaining composure and rationality is crucial to finding solutions. Confucius advised against letting emotions take control. A calm mind allows us to see problems clearly and make wise decisions. 71. Self-respect is the inner strength of a person. Self-respect is the foundation of living with integrity. When you have self-respect, you will not easily give in to temptations or external pressures. It is also the key to maintaining dignity in all situations. 72. Sincere actions bring lasting results. Confucius taught that actions driven by sincerity will always yield good and lasting outcomes. Honesty and working out of a sense of duty, rather than for personal gain, help build strong relationships and achieve sustainable success. 73. Always remember, you may not change the world, but you can change yourself. Everyone has the ability to change and improve themselves. This is what truly creates a lasting impact. Confucius encouraged us to start by changing ourselves rather than trying to change the world, as those personal changes will gradually influence society. 74. Humility is the most valuable virtue of a gentleman. Humility allows people to learn from others, expand their perspectives, and recognize their own shortcomings. Confucius believed that humility is a sign of wisdom, and only those who are humble can truly progress in life. 75. Live a meaningful life so that when you look back, you have no regrets. A meaningful life is not necessarily an easy or mistake-free one. It is a life of contribution, learning, and positive impact. Confucius advised that we should live in a way that makes us proud of our actions when we reflect on them. 76. A person of determination always finds ways to overcome difficulties. Confucius taught that those with strong willpower never give up in the face of challenges. Instead of being hindered by obstacles, they find ways to overcome them and move forward. Resilience and perseverance are the keys to success. 77. A gentleman's vision must be broad, not limited to immediate benefits. A true gentleman thinks long-term and looks beyond short-term gains. Confucius emphasized that one's vision and actions should serve the greater good, not just personal interests. 78. Do not let today pass in vain, for tomorrow will never return. Time is our most valuable asset, and once lost, it cannot be reclaimed. Confucius reminded us to cherish every moment, live with purpose, and avoid wasting time on meaningless pursuits. 79. Do not judge based on appearances. Seek the essence of all things, Confucius advised, against making hasty judgments based on surface appearances. To truly understand something, one must analyze it deeply and thoughtfully. Proper evaluation leads to wiser decisions. 80. Do not cause others suffering due to your own shortcomings. Each person must strive for self-improvement and take responsibility for their actions. Our flaws can create difficulties for others, so we must make an effort to grow and avoid making others suffer because of our own deficiencies. 81. Patience will help you overcome all challenges. Patience is one of the most essential qualities for enduring hardships. Confucius emphasized that persistence and resilience in the face of difficulties will ultimately lead to success. 82. A truly capable person is not one who does everything, but one who makes the right choices. Confucius believed that intelligence is not about taking on every task, but knowing how to choose the right ones. Only by making wise choices can a person fully utilize their potential and achieve success. 83. Listening is one of the best ways to learn. Confucius taught that listening is a crucial method of gaining knowledge. It not only helps us absorb new information, but also allows us to understand different perspectives and insights. 84. Do not judge a person by their words. Look at their actions. This saying highlights that actions speak louder than words. While words can be easy to say, it is only through actions that a person's true character and values are revealed. 85th. Kindness is the guiding light of a gentleman. Compassion is an essential virtue of a true gentleman. Confucius viewed kindness as a guiding light that leads people to do good and strive for a better world. With kindness in our hearts, our actions become noble and meaningful. 86. Self-control is a sign of true strength. Confucius taught that real strength does not come from physical power or authority, but from the ability to control oneself. Mastery over emotions, actions, and thoughts allows a person to remain steady and resilient in the face of challenges. 87. Greatness does not come from grand things, but from small things done well. Confucius believed that greatness is not about grand achievements, but rather the dedication and attention given to small, everyday actions. Even the simplest deeds, when done with care and persistence, can lead to greatness in their own way. 88. Good deeds do not require rewards. Pride in doing the right thing is enough. Confucius taught that good actions should not be motivated by external rewards or recognition. True fulfillment comes from knowing that one has done the right thing. 89. Teach others not just with words, but through your own actions. Confucius believed that the best way to teach is by example. Instead of merely preaching theories, a good teacher should demonstrate values through actions, as actions have a far greater influence than words. 90. What matters is not how much you have done, but how much heart you put into it. Confucius emphasized that the true value of an action lies in the dedication and sincerity behind it. It is not about merely completing tasks, but about performing them with genuine effort and care. 91. When you change yourself, you change the world around you. Confucius highlighted that personal transformation has a ripple effect on those around us. By improving ourselves, we contribute to a better environment and positively influence our community. 92. A learner must have a good memory, but true learning comes from applying knowledge. Confucius advised that learning is not just about memorizing information, but about using knowledge in practical situations. Knowledge only becomes valuable when applied to solving real-life problems. 93. Every step in life is a lesson. Learn from every experience. Every experience, whether good or bad, offers valuable lessons. Confucius encouraged us to always observe, reflect, and learn from our surroundings to continuously grow and mature. 94. Contentment is the true form of wealth. Confucius taught that true happiness comes from being content with what we have. Those who are content will never feel lacking, regardless of their circumstances. A sense of sufficiency brings peace and protects against excessive greed. 95. A gentleman does not say what he does not do, nor does he do what he does not say. Confucius encouraged consistency between words and actions. A gentleman always honors his promises and follows through on commitments. This alignment between words and deeds defines a trustworthy person. 96. Do not fear mistakes. They are valuable lessons. Confucius did not view mistakes as failures, but as opportunities for learning. The key is to recognize errors, learn from them, and avoid repeating them. Mistakes are part of growth and make us stronger. 97. Treat others the way you want to be treated. This is a fundamental ethical principle in Confucianism. When we treat others with kindness and respect, we will receive the same in return. Strong relationships are built on sincerity and mutual respect. 98. No one is incapable of change if they are truly determined. Confucius believed that nothing is impossible with determination and effort. Everyone has the potential to improve themselves and overcome their limitations, as long as they are willing to persevere. 99. Words are easy, actions are hard. Act instead of just speaking. Confucius reminded us that while talking is easy, real value comes from action. Instead of merely discussing what we want to do, we must take concrete steps to achieve it. True effort is demonstrated through action, not words. 100. Never harm others due to your own ignorance. Confucius taught that when we lack understanding, we should not rush to judge or act. Ignorance can lead to poor decisions that harm others. Therefore, we must remain humble, seek knowledge, and think carefully before taking action.